story is better when you tell it. I keep it real. Yeah. Nothing probably gonna come out of rap.
Happy Resurrection. I forgot about Resurrection Day. Happy Resurrection Day to all those Christian, God-fearing Jesus believers out there, man. It's been definitely a media-worthy week. Just spark the blood real quick before I go 80 deeper and talk about some bullshit.
What we talking about today, Sean?
Once again, God talk, man. We've been getting a lot of topics, a lot of feedback on what to discuss, what we want God to chime in on in our lives. And taking my whole week, my whole month into account, we've been having some very valuable conversations with the opposite sex about relationships, about sex, about, shout out to Fabulous, domestic violence, cheating, communication, compromise, babies. We done talked about everything and nothing at the same goddamn time, man. So again, I can't thank you all enough. Appreciate you enough for tuning in to God Talk. Another week, we doing this thing. I got Bane Ali to my left, my better half of the God Talk, and then we got people? Again returning guests, my boy Racial Radio Falon.
Another one.
You feel me? He here, and we're gonna get into it like that. Since he thought the relationship side of it was so important for us to discuss, I'm gonna let him just go ahead and start the conversation off. Hopefully we get some great value because he been on some weird shit all day today. But you can go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Stall him out.
Nah, this nigga just made me race in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna bring it up, bro.
Give me my lighter, man.
You were going kind of. I mean, you weren't going for a long time. Y'all just smoked him.
I wasn't even.
He smoked me, for lack of a better word.
High stepping, all kind of stuff.
That's why you say you needed water?
Yeah. Right.
Well, I needed water before and after, but
needed weed.
Yeah. Shout out to Ramadan. Go ahead, babe.
But on a serious note, bro, I want to get into something, though, because one of my favorite rappers of my past, the past 20 years, recently got into a situation that some would consider out of character. I mean, we know none of these people behind the scenes we don't know their personal lives or nothing like that. But when I read the severity of the police report, it just didn't seem like he did what he was accused of, which was hitting his wife, baby mama, 7 times in the face and knocking out 2 of her teeth.
Shout out to 7 times. That's a God number.
It's a God number. But if you just count 7 times to hit somebody, male or female, that's a lot.
Science. She probably cheated 7 times.
But the reason I brought this up is we saw the video. And we heard the allegations, but I'm seeing comments like people turning on him, people calling him a woman beater, people just coming down on him hard as fuck without having the concrete facts all the way out. I can't lie that the video is kind of damning as far as if you saw the police report or read about it or heard about it, then you see the video, it's easy to paint an imaginary picture or just formulate a picture in your head. But what I will say is we cannot just really cast somebody off or just go full throttle on him or label him as a monster and all this until we know definitively whether or not he did what he's being accused of.
You know, we live in a society now, it's like you're guilty until proven innocent.
Absolutely.
It's not innocent until proven guilty.
By the media.
By the media.
Media, public opinion, court of public opinion, all of that.
Because real niggas don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying.
Now,
I'm going to come back to that point because that's a point we could go in about too.
But again, thank y'all for tuning in. God Talk episode 5. Everything that we deal with, we gonna use the media shit. I wish we would have did a better job on spinning to something more beneficial, more valuable for the listeners when we talked about Tekashi. So we are using the Fabulous situation as a preface, as a foundation. This is not about Fabulous. We have no details. Again,
violence spans.
We don't know that. But I do know. Damn, I forget her name every time.
Emily.
Nah, it was an author. She got a crazy name. But on How to Love a Black Woman, on a man's guide how to love a black woman. It damn near say for you to get your bitch to really listen to you, you gotta beat her ass. I'm not saying she right or wrong.
You gotta break a bitch.
You gotta break a bitch to really. You really gotta make her understand.
That the pimping is the way to go.
Pimping is if you really
not necessarily pimping.
Nah, that's a great point because reading Iceberg Slim's book. To be a pimp, you have to be so strong-minded in your belief. Like, you have to be so confident in yourself and your purpose that you can easily tell a woman what she wants and what she needs to hear to a point that she doesn't even know you're telling her. You feel me? You have to make her feel so good. You have to know her and know yourself so much. That's how you could get a bitch to sell her body for money. You have to really be assured of yourself. And that's how we're going to segue into our main point of the show. We got to take you to blunt rolling school. But we're going to discuss polarity, the sexual polarity, the chemistry between man and woman, masculine and feminine, the role that you should play on both aspects as your role as being a woman or a man. I feel like this is going to be valuable because men don't really know what being a man means. And with that said, that enables women to not know and feel comfortable not knowing their role as a woman or guessing their role as a woman. So I really want to take this GodTalk to thank Fabulous for giving us something to keep love and relationship at the front of the conversation, whether it be a good or a bad example, but it does give us the platform to discuss it. So with that said, I want to throw it to Bane. Like, from the conversations that we've had, you've been here for most of them. You've been around for most of them. What do you think the problem is when it comes to a man communicating directly to a woman to the point where she understands?
Man, I'm still trying to understand myself, bro. And I guess from my experience, it's all about being assertive.
What is assertive? I need to look that up.
Assertive to me means that say what you mean and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? From my experience, it's better to be straightforward with the woman as opposed to leading her on with expectations. Because being at the fact that women do have selective hearing,
selective understanding, they're going to take what you say and run to the motherfucking hills with it. Selective memory.
So you just got to be a nigga, or we got to be a man and just let her know, you know, just tell her what you want at straight up and tell her what it is. You got to be honest and real about yourself.
And that's what I was.
You gotta live your truth.
And that's like what I was telling motherfucking two broke girls, Jackie and Cha Cha. Like how you said in the beginning, you have to understand yourself. Fuck trying to understand them, because that's a whole nother job. Like niggas gotta master understanding what the fuck we supposed to do. You feel me? What the fuck am I here for before we, you know, come to a conclusion that we about to put a title on whatever our relationship or knowing each other is. You feel me? How do you feel about the communication level of radio?
I feel like, I mean, it's, when you're communicating to somebody, like I said, you got to be in tune with yourself. But then, too, as the person that's trying to get something conveyed across, you got to be in tune with who you're trying to get the message or trying to get the communication conveyed to. Like, I always use, like, sports analogies. It's like two teams are matching up against somebody. If y'all not compatible as people, or if the matchup or the vibration is off, it's going to be friction anyway. People who, like, if somebody's listening to you or putting enough equity into what you say to go sell their body, they already kind of got to be in the same neighborhood as you mentally anyway. So you conveying that message or getting across won't be like pulling teeth. So I would say, like, if you are in a situation where you feel you got a girl that you want to be in control of, or you want to have the upper hand, you got to see how she matches up to you compatibility wise for her to even walk to the BDO drum as far as what you got going on. Because you can get a chick and you might try to implement your system to her, and when it might have been doomed from the jump. Like, no matter what you say, how your Mac is, or how you convey what you're trying to say, it's going to be one or the other because it's not a good matchup.
And I feel like if you're a strong enough man in your role, I feel like no matter where the woman is, you can break her. You can, for lack of a better word, you can implement your lifestyle, your way of thinking into hers if she's really willing and if you're strong enough.
You said the key word. You said break, bro. When you trying to
submit is a better word.
Submit, like that's what I'm saying. It should be a fluid situation. It shouldn't have to be a pulling teeth, twisting arm, or breaking process. If something's supposed to be natural or flow, that's like if you hear a pimp talk about they first turnout, like the girl either came and hollered at him or something happened to where the stars aligned where it was meant to be. It wasn't I took this girl and I just badgered her for 6 months and then she started. Look, what's the name? This shit just has
to.
They
only made one steering wheel for the car.
Facts.
I'm the driver. You the passenger.
Facts.
And anybody don't understand that, i.e. the matchup, can leave.
But look, can you imagine a woman being ready to do that, right? She puts herself in the passenger seat and she got in one car and a nigga didn't know how to drive. Drove into a pole. Almost.
And that's another thing, too.
Next car, same shit. Next car. So, of course, this bitch is going to be like, this woman is going to be like, yo, I'm ready to drive now. Because y'all niggas clearly.
And just playing devil's advocate for the females.
We not ready to drive the car.
I was just about to say, some niggas is trying to drive the car. You ain't. Bro, why should she submit to you?
It's a lot of niggas.
Why should she be ready to run through a brick wall for you, bro? When you ain't even. Bro, what are you bringing to the table to make a female get up under what you got going on?
It's like
bro.
The female got the car but gave the keys to
you,
nigga.
And you don't know what to do. You got to know what to do to make her feel comfortable and just ride and do whatever you say. Like it's a process. Like
and I'm gonna keep going back to the conversation we had. Like, it's life is crazy. I forgot my point.
I was gonna say it goes back to what you said about being in tune with self. You have to be self-confident. You have to be smart. You have to know what you talking about, know what you're trying to convey to her, so you're not looking stupid or like your message is getting through clear.
And
like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, damn, did I forget it again? No, that's not okay. So what I was gonna say was, I feel like now that so many niggas have been, since this is the analogy we're gonna use. Since women have been giving the driver's seat to men and so many men have been wrecking the cars, I feel like the damage is too much to be undone. Like, to find a woman or for men to really find themselves right now is going to be so much harder than it naturally should be because we have all these distractions around.
Facts.
You feel me? And I feel like not only are we distracted, which is most important, but way worse, our women are distracted and they're impacted, they're inspired, they're motivated. They can relate to all the shit that they see on the TV or the internet or the mom stories.
They're torn down and made insecure by it too.
Yeah, so it's like a nigga come in losing off the top because of her past experiences.
True to a certain extent, but that's why doing the orientation process or whatever y'all getting in
the orientation process,
you gotta. That's what I'm saying. You gotta scout it out because if you meet a girl and you trying to get her in your system and y'all talk for a month and she's opening up and you finding out all the ins and outs about her, now when it's time for you to want her to conform, you know how to approach her to just make that process be that much more easy. But
the first few months she's fronting. So
I wouldn't say the first few months, bro. I say people sitting there.
That's where you fuck up at.
But you don't have to do that. Like the majority of people do that, but and you might be real with somebody and be kind of guarded with somebody because you don't know if they talk a lot or for whatever reason. But people send a representative out within like the first 2-3 weeks of knowing somebody.
Nah, it's longer than that. It's longer than that. For real. You gotta bust. Yeah, you gotta bust a few nuts. You gotta have a couple sleepovers. You feel me? You gotta have a few more experiences to really let, especially a woman, because that bitch is she gotta get mad at you. She gotta,
Right.
you feel me? She gotta get jealous. She gotta see how you operate with your.
It's once you get past that what they call the honeymoon stage.
Yeah, but
You know what
that,
I'm saying? When you really find out who this person is, man.
But haven't y'all found out? Like, haven't y'all had a conversation with a chick and just knew more about her earlier than expected, just because that's the kind of personal relationship y'all have? Like, sometimes you vibe with somebody.
Yes, but that's the only because that's the kind of person that I am. Like, I'm deadfully, dreadfully, whatever. I'm aware of everything. Like, my insight be too much sometimes. So I can see what she's on already. And unfortunately, the media tells women what they fucking want. So it's not hard to predict her next sentence. It's not hard to finish her sentences. It's not hard to please a woman to the industry standards. But when you take it to a God level, and it's time for you to guide a woman, it's time for you to guide and lead and teach, then all that internet shit, all that shit, you're going to have to be like, baby, I know you want this weave, but that's not acceptable over here. Not only do you have to tell her that, you have to make her okay with that. Just for a lack of a better example, it's like you have to really tear up her whole foundation, nigga, and make brand new clay. And like, women nowadays are independent. They got their job, they got their kids, they got their family, they got their social networks, they got their favorite DVR shows.
Women are financially independent. They're not independent.
Women aren't independent, period, by nature.
I would say
they're actors.
That's why I said when you were naming all those qualities, that's why I said financially.
Oh, yeah.
We possess something that they need. Money can't replace it.
Facts.
Dick can't even replace it. It's an internal something that we provide. Just
and it's going to sound crazy, but they dads can't replace it either. You feel me? Because they dads can't give you that dick.
Make love to him.
You feel me? Right. Your dad don't know you the same way I know you. Like, yeah, he's like the template.
The template.
You feel me? That's a gift and a curse in a way.
In a way. And that's funny that you brought up dads, because I was going... We could segue a little bit later on down the line, but I was going to ask y'all, like, from experiences, how have y'all seen, like, an absent father really fucking a girl up in the head? Like,
yeah, that happens all the time.
But it's two genres, though, because you get the...
Daddy issues.
It's two separate ones. Let me break it down. But it's two separate ones because they look at life different. It's the girl who's... rest in peace to the dead, or anybody who's listening. But it's the girl whose dad is alive and just completely not in her life. And then it's the girl whose dad just passed away just due to unforeseen circumstances. Right. Those two different girls have a different outlook on the world. Like, I feel like the girl whose dad is alive and not fucking with her is a little bit more jaded, because it's like, damn, you right here. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, girls have told me this.
And the one that's passed is looking for like a replacement.
Or she's built up. She's stronger because depending on when her mom revealed to her this is what happened, okay, like, I know how to approach the world now. Like,
Shout out to my little cousin Alexis, bro. She lost her father a while back. You know what I'm saying? She about to graduate from college. And let me tell you, man, this girl, man, she been on her shit. She real strong-minded. You know what I'm saying? She's surrounded by the right people. And being that her father is gone, she's not male-driven. You know what I'm saying?
All that like shit is subconscious. Like, the death of a parent is that shit affects you subconsciously. You feel me? Like, when you put too much emotion on anything, death, motherfucking breakups, cheating, whatever, that shit could get bad. You feel me? As a man, like,
as a person,
as a person, yeah, like, death, putting so much emotion, that shit could really wreck you. So it's really subconscious. But then again, coming back to a little bit more to the surface, it's the internet and the media that forms this, what we want and what we need. So it's bad for any situation for somebody to lose a parent. But imagine losing a parent in any scenario and then adding the media, their agenda, to make that role seem so much more important to the fact where you feel like you have to go replace it. You know, if I'm making any sense. Like, they're so thirsty for they're watching the media they realize, damn, I don't have it. Like, damn, so-and-so got they dad. My friends got
But
they
see, it's
dad.
not just the media, because once you say so-and-so got they dad, they see that if they going to school or going to camp or something like
it's
that.
Bigger. It's bigger than that. So really, it's just personal. It's really just you finding comfort in it. I don't know how we got on death, but...
No, yeah, it kind of transitioned there. But it started with just the girls. Because, I'm in the photography, I meet all kind of girls. I meet actresses, I meet strippers, I meet...
Shout out to the strippers.
Porn stars, just anybody that need their picture taken or whatever. But when you politicking with them and having combos, pretty much the strippers and the porn stars, it kind of lends to that dad that's there, but not in their life. Like,
great segue.
Never fucked with them.
All these I'm not cleaning up this time. All these bitches, man. I'm not saying women this time. All these bitches now, they motherfucking strippers and they motherfucking prostitutes and they motherfucking all of that, my nigga, because the outfits that these hoes wear to their birthday dinner, my nigga, be on Figueroa, bro. And they've been on Figueroa since, nigga, we was little kids, my nigga. And they wearing them to the motherfucking Cheesecake Factory, bro.
Now, this is true, but the female side might say that just because I dress like that for an occasion doesn't mean you can label me. And this is just...
Yeah. But we've already established that females are lost. And we've also established, because they're going to blame us, or they're going to say we don't see our role in it. They're lost because we're lost, okay? So with them being lost, niggas, I don't see niggas out here wearing pasties on their nipples, my nigga. I don't see niggas wearing...
But see, I don't think it'll be... Obviously, it won't be, especially for straight niggas with nipples on their pasties. But it might be something that's the equivalent. For lack of a better
example, we're not selling sex, my nigga. I don't know a nigga that's... And two black girls, they really tried to put it out there like, yeah, niggas do shit to sell sex. No, we don't. Like, it's niggas do shit to flex. Yes, right. But there's no sexual intent to that.
We don't.
You feel me? A bitch will show her...
man don't do that,
a bitch will show her titties. A bitch will turn... She'll make sure she'll turn around to see how her ass look in the fucking picture. Boop. You feel me? She makes sure she may not have them all, but she'll make sure she'll fit one twerk video in. She'll stick her tongue way out her mouth in the video. You feel me? She'll kiss her homegirl. You know what I'm saying? It's so much sexuality in these bitches' mind and they bloodstream now. It's so much damage done, bro. How can a man really sit back and say, yo, I really want to take all my energy and take this bitch off the ground? I need to make my woman... I can't even get her to sign out the gram for 2 minutes.
You know how hard that would be, bro?
That's what I'm saying. But nigga, they want husbands, but they don't want to be wives, my nigga. You feel me? And niggas don't naturally want to be husbands. That's some women shit. You feel me? So when a nigga chooses to do that...
I'd say, if you want to get married, you got to realize that all that old school marriage shit, you got to realize you're going to be married in basically the year 2020. Like,
facts.
You have to think of a contemporary. Your marriage has to factor in Facebook, Instagram, Plenty of Fish, the distractions, life, like that.
Surgeries.
This ain't surgeries.
The perfect bodies walking around
the early
everywhere.
2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, 60s. Like, the thought process about marriage has to be refreshed every decade, basically.
Like, marriage needs like a contract renewal, like every 5 years or something. Like, both parties have to agree. If anybody
getting married, y'all have to have y'all own personal laws and guidelines within y'all marriage. Like, fuck what somebody else says about it.
But everybody's shit is lost, bruh. Everybody's definitions of everything is so blurred.
But do you think it's lost because we're all trying to look on everybody else's paper or compare ourselves to what everybody got going? Not
Absolutely.
Even celebrities, just women do this a lot too.
Yeah.
Like, especially in relationship scene, they always are in a silent competition with their homegirl.
That's one of the best. That's one of the biggest contributions. Yes, of people comparing themselves, but the biggest one of them all is just a lack of knowledge, bro. Motherfuckers don't know anything. They don't know their role as a human being. They don't know their role as whatever sex they are. They don't know their role as whatever else that they're connected to, be it a mother, a father, be it black, white, be it English, American, be it motherfucking poor, rich, be it... You don't know what you're connected to, and you're not taking the time to figure out your genesis, your origin. But you want to go raw dog. which feels amazing. You feel me? And we can't.
But you gotta be smart about
But you
it.
gotta be smart.
Bro. It's.
I'm good.
I could have been knocked these out. I was
No,
saving them for this.
Can I get a waterfall of the fruit punch though?
Do that. I could have bombed these an hour ago.
So, you know what the problem is? What is the solution?
The solution is spreading the message.
But back to your point about not knowing. Now, since we on the marriage or the male-female relationship thing, what are some things you think people can wake up and become aware of as far as just being geared towards becoming a better wife or husband?
Wanting and actively looking to understand yourself. That's the best thing that you can do for anybody and everybody around you. That's the best thing you can do. And if that takes, hey, you know what I'm saying, cutting off 2K, if that takes putting your phone away, if that takes sitting in the bathroom for an extra 20 minutes to get away from the noise, if that takes, you know what I'm saying, taking your lunch hour to sit in silence, if that takes, nigga, going to therapy, if that takes working out, something, but you got to get closer inside yourself, my nigga, for everybody. Like, the most selfish act you can do is gonna benefit everybody. That's why I say there's nothing wrong with being selfish, but you can't love somebody, bro, if you don't know yourself. And that's what we fail to realize, my nigga, that we don't know ourselves. We don't know shit about ourselves. We don't know how our body works. We don't know why we take shits. We don't know where it gets developed from. We don't know what blood cells does what. We don't know how many does. We don't know nothing about ourselves, but we so willing to commit. Women is natural because they need natural guidance and leadership. You feel me? Especially once they get of age where their father isn't as effective anymore. You dig? But
and that age is just the way society is going. That age is becoming younger and younger every, I'd say, generation. Like every decade, every 5 years.
Yeah, but the generation is getting younger. And let me tap on something, man. Because as y'all can see, my Instagram, I posted a video that I thought was very valuable.
Oh yeah, I want to go there.
And it was just a girl named Ashley just really admitting her mistake as a mother, having a child pre-wedlock. You know what I'm saying? She had a child with a nigga that she didn't have a future with, my nigga, and that shit. I talk about that in Mac Dre too. Shout out to Mac Dre too. But I felt like that was super honest of her. And I've never heard a woman speak like that with that.
Me neither, but something just came to mind too after you finish your
Go
point.
ahead, no.
Who's to say had she had the child in wedlock that they was gonna stay married and not be divorced, or the relationship they was gonna be together forever?
Great point. And this is what I'm saying is gonna be hypothetical because I know
on both sides.
This is a dream. This is a goal of mine.
Got you.
I'm gonna put my definition of love again. This is the definition that we're spreading. This is the solution. Love is the highest level of understanding. All right. So we're gonna put that definition on marriage. So if we get married and we wait until we love each other, till we understand both of each ourselves and each other completely, and then we have a baby, that would change the whole situation. That's what it really is. We have to understand each other first, completely, and then we're married. You feel me? Pause. I could be married to anybody. Pause. You feel me? Don't gotta fuck them at all. But if I understand them and love them completely and the willingness of that.
But see, that's why, once again, I gotta play. Now, this is not even devil got advocate for nobody. This is my thing on marriage. Like, because even in the Bible and religion, it says, don't have a baby before wedlock. Society looked at you a certain way, but it's like, and you even said you're not supposed to get married till you find yourself. So what if I don't find or figure myself, or anybody don't figure that? People, it varies.
Jacking
like,
off, nigga.
People might not find themselves till they're like 38. So is he not supposed to have a kid?
A smart man, yes. Like Jizzle put on Facebook, when's the perfect age to have a kid? I said, is dead a age? You jokingly, but nigga, if you don't find yourself, you're not gonna, kids are not for you. I'm sorry. If you haven't found yourself If you don't understand, nigga, why your heart beat, why you poop, nigga, why, nigga, you get super upset on rainy days. If you don't pay attention to the consistencies of your life, nigga, to tie it all together, then I'm sorry, nigga, babies aren't for you. Pussy isn't for you. And loving someone isn't for you. And that's what it is. It sounds stupid because we're in the times that we're in now, the instant gratification times. Nobody want to take the time out. You feel me? Nobody want to take the time out to really discover truth, nigga. And that shit is sad. I don't know where we gonna go from here.
This has nothing to do with it, but it's funny what you said about the rainy days thing, because in Seattle, they got the highest suicide rate because it just rains the most, bro.
Nigga, that shit is serious.
Crazy, bro.
If you can't tie your existence, nigga, like, if you've been alive for 30 years and you still out here kind of freestyling, that's kind of a, you feel me? Like, you really ain't got a gist, you really ain't got a clue. Like, then it's like, all right, for sure. I'm not talking about career-wise. I'm not talking about any economy, because the economy is feminine. Finances is feminine. It starts with an F, bro. It's like, that shit changes. So I'm talking about, like, being a man and your spirituality, your emotional state.
But going back to the
emotional balance.
Going back a little bit, I do got something else to say. Like, it's funny what you said about finding yourself and having kids, because I don't got no kids. Right. And people was always surprised. And I'd be like, I used to tell them, like, if I ever was going to have kids, quote unquote, when I didn't know myself, it probably was going to be between like the age of like 18 or 24. That was my wildest time to just having sex and just not knowing who myself was as a person or the world. You just was out here really freestyling. So then once I got control of that around like 25, then it was like, okay, I'm more making conscious decisions. Now I'm in control. I see homies have babies by girls that they don't want to deal with. They love the kids, but this was not the person I was meant to be dealing with for the rest of my life. Not even in no marriage, just period. You see kosher situations like that. You see child support situations. You see situations where people's lives is altered because they gotta hate for each other, or in certain cases, lives are altered in a good way because they got love for each other over just really 30 seconds to 5 minutes. If you really just capture the moment of conception, you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like, it's crazy how 5 minutes can alter. People think it's 18 years, but nah, you're connected to life.
It's a lifetime.
It's a life.
And that's why I also think that having a kid with somebody, to me, and I might change as I read more, just get more knowledge, but I value having a kid with somebody more than being married to them. You can get divorced, you can erase that can get a no. You can't know this. You can't know this 1, 2, 3. If you have you got 2 kids, you can't know that. Like, no matter what y'all relationship is, y'all can hate each other, y'all can love each other, but that bond never goes nowhere. That's a marriage.
Yeah. But I feel what you're saying.
You got to.
In a perfect world, that's
in a non-perfect. You cannot speak to your child's mother for 20 years. That's still your child's mother.
But in a way, it's like that's like a prison. You feel me? It's like a pigeonhole. You're kind of pigeonholing yourself. You feel me? Because of other. Nah, I'm gonna break it down because of the way when you describe it to me, from my understanding of what you said, like, we have to be together because we have kids.
No, I didn't say that.
Like, I'm just saying, like, my perception of what you said is like.
Let me clarify, because I think you was going wrong. I was basically saying that, not that y'all are married, but I'm saying in a sense you are. Like, you, as far as you're definitely to this person. I'm not talking about literally you got to be there, but I'm just saying no matter how far y'all are on opposite ends of the earth, this is your child's. You're connected. Yeah. Like, a marriage can't do that.
Because if it's marriage, in my thinking, like, it's just it's willingness.
You can pull the plug on a marriage.
But listen, hear me out. It's like in a marriage, with my definition of love, you feel me? It would be willingness to stay together. It's like, no, we're married, so it's gonna be me and you no matter what. Opposed to it's gonna be it has to be me and you because we got kids.
This is what people don't understand. Just because you're not with your child's mother or child's father doesn't mean y'all not together. Y'all not in a relationship, but as long as y'all co-parenting and creating the environment and y'all still got a cool relationship, it's not toxic, y'all together in that, bro. Y'all together in raising the common denominator, which is the kid, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're saying Yeah, I'm opposing your point. You're saying that, and I agree with you. But what I'm saying is a marriage is just uno, uno. It ain't uno, 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 and then uno. You feel me? Like you're staying because it's just me. You're not staying because
definitely.
it's this
The
and this and
kids
this.
So
shouldn't
when
be-
you marry, it's the man first.
It's a
before the
relationship
kids.
more than a partnership.
Right.
You feel me? So like I'd rather have a good relationship more than a good partnership. And that fucks me up in business. Trying to tie this on some other shit.
Yeah.
In business, that fucks me up because I still want relationships in business. Like I want my best business to be done with my best relationships. You feel me? And it should be the other way around in the business world. But in the personal world, if I go with that mantra, I'll be straight. Let me put this on. I'm not going for the charger.
All right, let me ask you a question too.
I'll always be fighting for my relationships opposed to my business shit. And it should be the other way around.
All right, speaking of relationships and going back to what you're saying about like making a girl submit or conform or whatever you want to say, do you feel like, say for instance, if your wife made more money than you, like on paper, just her job was just better than yours for whatever reason, would that be a problem for you?
Never.
Or how would you feel if your wife tried not to be as submissive or just had a certain aura about her because she made more than you as you're trying to control the household? Like, what would you do in that scenario?
It really doesn't matter because you're still going to ask me to carry groceries in the house. So no matter how strong you think you are with your Independent Women's Day, you're not shit without me. You feel me? So you can be a millionaire by your damn self, bitch, if you want. You feel me?
You still need a man.
But you still need a man.
Goes back to what I said earlier.
Money can't buy nothing. You
vice
can't.
Versa.
You could do all of that stuff. You could do all of them vacations. You could do all of that girl trip, and it ain't shit unless you coming home. You can do. That's what I'm saying. All these gay women, bro. Man, I'm not even gonna start on that,
shit, bro.
Man, like niggas is really fucking niggas, but bitches is really fucking bitches. And it's I only really care about that because it's taken away from pussy counts. You feel me? But
I mean, you can't.
How can you explain? I can't be mad at it. But how can you explain it? How can you explain a woman being guided by another woman? How can you explain that to me?
Oh no, see,
that's not fucking natural.
That's where I come back to you. I only encourage it if the female is dabbling, but I mean, as far as just gay period, I'm not judging. I just look at a man and a man. I obviously don't hate on it or nothing like that, but I have a hard time analyzing that, especially in the sense of it's just a hard dynamic to think about in raising a child. Like,
right.
If a child's in the equation, just naturally it's supposed to be a man and a woman, just from personality traits, just outlook on life. Like,
it's
if you got
lost, bruh. Niggas is lost.
Like, imagine a girl growing up with two men or a boy growing up with two women. Like,
it's fucked up.
It's happening, though.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, imagine his everyday, like how y'all sons is with y'all all the time.
Imagine the dude we gotta go through as parents.
Yeah, bro, and that's why that shit. And let me ask y'all, when did y'all find yourselves? Because obviously y'all had kids that what would be considered
a month ago.
A month ago. When did you find yourself as far as like how he was explaining as far as being a parent? Because he said people should wait till they find themselves before they have kids, but y'all obviously had kids before y'all knew who y'all was. So when did you find yourself?
Shit, man, I don't know, bro. When I found myself, I just know it happened, and shit, ain't nothing stopping this train.
Got you.
That's all I got to say, bro.
I've been freestyling, bro, until I took time and discovered it. But I was on a mission that I finally accomplished last month. I was on like a 3-year mission to really discover what the fuck my purpose was. Mm-hmm. Not even my purpose, but I know my purpose, which is to be a vessel of the message of the Father. You feel me? And infinite knowledge I am completely connected to, and my purpose is to deliver that infinite message through music initially, and then it will build and transition to other shit. But I'm an artist and musician first, before. I've said this millions of times, and then I am a man. You feel me? And then I am a man. And that was my second goal, to figure out what my purpose and goal as a man was. And that took years. You feel me? Something naturally a father should tell his son. I would hope. That's what I'm going to try and start with my sons. I'm going to try and tell them what their role as a man was. Now that I know that, now I can accept women. You feel me? The way, and love women the way they need to be. And that's going to be a problem, because all the women around me are going to start seeing their dream guy walk around. And then the pussy is going to go crazy for me. And then I'm going to have to be super disciplined on my Bane Ali shit. You feel me? And turning down all this meat that's going to be on there.
You got to be a commodity, but not a hot commodity.
Bitches don't care about money. Bitches don't care about cars. Bitches don't care about jobs. Bitches don't care about none of that. They think they care about all of that, though.
What do you think they care about?
Nigga, they don't know what they don't. They don't care about anything but one, finding their dream guy, that Prince Charming. That's natural. That's natural. There's something, and people have capitalized on that a bunch. But they want to do that, and also they just want to be loved, bro. What is love? They want to be understood in all of their ways. All of their weird ass, dumb, fucking logical ways. They want somebody to understand and tolerate that bullshit.
And let me tell you why.
I want patience. I want security.
Let me tell you why the average nigga or average people won't tolerate it in some cases. And it goes back to when girls are younger. Because see, as men, we can always get married. Even broke or rich, a man can find somebody to marry them.
Facts.
Women have to be courted, or like the man has to seek out and choose. Some girls burn their whole marriage bridge in their 20s because they
still want to be hoes.
They want to be hoes.
Giving up the box.
Not thinking that once everybody grows up and matures and people get to their 30s and 40s, they didn't forget that you was a hoe.
He just missed a dunk.
They didn't forget you was a hoe 10 years ago or however.
Yeah, niggas never forget.
Niggas never forget. So now
niggas never forget.
You just X'd out your whole 30s as far as finding a husband because you were a slower.
Because you were a slower in your 20s.
And that's what certain women don't
niggas realize. Will hit though. Don't get it twisted.
That's why
niggas is definitely gonna get that box.
But they get in their 30s and 40s and wonder why men don't take them serious, and wondering why that night shining over.
Bitch, was you a hoe when you was 25, 26, 27?
And then it's like, oh yeah, I was.
Look at them bodies, bitch.
Bro, niggas remember the hoe from 5th grade or junior high school.
Right, from 5th grade.
In your growing 20s when you really know life and know what. Bro, come on now.
Damn, that was a hell of
certain women, certain people. I ain't even just gonna leave it out to them. Certain people will never be married, and they can forget about it. I'm not saying
their hoish ass past. Because they were
hoish ass past. Just in life, the hoish past. That's just in life in general.
Hoes don't ever get married. That's what Rachel said.
Marriage is. No, hoes will get. It's been proven that hoes get married. I definitely say that, but I'm saying
move to the States,
hoe or not, bro. It's not guaranteed you're gonna get married. That's the 8 ball against life.
Facts.
On top of your reputation as a woman hindering. Because like I said, a man can be a bitch, a snitch, a pedophile, whatever. If a woman wants that title as a wife, they will marry anybody depending on the circumstance.
And to add context, because I know we've been talking about one thing about
and men will marry anybody. They'll marry any women, so I can't just say it's on them. So
that's the motherfuckers like to settle, bro.
And we've been talking about having babies out of wedlock. That's what we've been talking about.
We have been talking
Let
about
me
that.
add something. Let me add a whole
I don't hold that really
spin
against
to it.
nobody, bro.
In the Bible, amen, hallelujah, it says you shouldn't have sex before you get married.
Let me tell you what a lot of people don't know. Too.
So that's the fucking bar. Fuck having babies. We shouldn't even be getting no ass until we understand ourselves.
But what I heard too, I was reading something up on the
Virgin
Virgin Mary. Too
late for all that.
And a lot of people be saying, from what this article was saying, that they didn't mean she was a virgin as in never had sex before. I guess back in them times, a virgin just meant somebody who didn't have kids.
That's a bar. But we definitely need to find out what virgin is.
We
have to.
That's what I'm saying. I just skimmed across it in the article. I don't know how.
Because I've never heard that, but that would be
so.
That's a bar,
bro. Because and it's only a bar to me because even from a kid, bro, we not stupid. Even as a kid, certain shit just add up, bro. I used to go to Catholic and Christian school, and some of the stuff, and I agree with in the Bible, and it resonated with me. But some stuff just sounded fairy tale, bro.
Facts.
Everything in the Bible sounds fairy tale,
and that even more going towards my point, like the Immaculate Conception. I'm sorry, but I would have to see it again.
Can I get one more?
Another one?
Can I get another one?
But if that article that I read sounded credible because words change, context, slang, or just develop different meanings over time, and that literally could have meant that a virgin back then in them times could have meant.
Shakespeare wrote the Bible.
Did Shakespeare write the Bible?
Bro, once it got into them...
Bro, don't tell me that.
No, he didn't write the Bible.
Don't tell me that.
Bro.
Stop.
Bro, the Bible was written by some man. It had to be converted into text, bro.
Because I'm really on the edge right now, and I went to Lucifer Pizza the other night.
Go over the edge, bro. The Bible has to be written from somebody, bro.
That was fire.
And I ain't even going to say that on here, bro. But
what?
The world is flat, bro.
Bro, the world is definitely flat.
Thank you for not laughing at me.
The world is flat.
But you was on Kyrie at first. You was on Kyrie.
No, I was with Kyrie on God. I was with Kyrie.
I don't know.
The world is flat on God, bro. The nigga said you can go 10 times as low as you can go high. If that's a circle, nigga, you going straight to something else.
Bro, where's the basketball, bro? This is what I told you.
You gonna pour water on the basketball?
No,
I'm not
gonna pour water on the basketball. But just if you look at a basketball, I asked the teacher this when I was young. At the bottom of a basketball or the earth, what's going on under here, bro? If you try to make this at the bottom of here,
it's gravity, bro. Gravity holds it up, bro. Gravity makes it float, bro. Seriously. Get the fuck out of here, man. I know y'all got some other shit to do, man. All right, look. God Talk episode 5 in the books. It's been a great one, man. Talking to my better half, Bain Ali. Talking to a guest, of course, Radio. I want to call you Radio Raheem. Shout out to Radio Racer. You feel me? Racer Falan, Photo 90302. Everybody better follow up, man. Y'all been asking for the God Talk. We back.
God Talk. Getting them comments.
Nah, you never comment. And I banged on you every time you come in to comment on my pictures. And you never comment. I'm tired of banging on niggas to comment. I'm talking about you. Being my friend.
Can pictures, bro.
Can you engage with them?
Babysit, Rob Banks, and all that. But I got you.
Listen, I'm tired of begging my homies for likes and comments. You feel me? So I'm just gonna start buying followers like the rest of y'all. Shout out to God Talk, man. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. Y'all know this was a part of my dream list for this year.
Fab didn't do it until he did it.
Fab got an album coming, man. Fuck all the greatness.
Publicity stuff for real?
Yeah, man. Marketing. Never mind. Hey, look, gamification coming out. Mac Dre 2. Shout out to everybody. I love y'all. God Talk. Peace out. Longest episode ever. Record.